Well, so we're now done with the news. We have to look at the relevant online portals again. I have to keep saying that if you had some good time yesterday, that's on Wednesday, Christmas Day, let me know. I took at least some beer, took some pito, no shocker this time, a little bit of palm wine, asana, and sobolo. I don't know what you think, but wherever you went to, please let me know where you went through. 0540109009 is a WhatsApp platform. We'll read a couple of those messages where you spent your night. If you can attach some pictures, I think that will be fine as well. I'm sure we can put them on the screens if it's allowed by my producer. But we have my regular for the week here, Na Ajeli Doku. She's the girl in town. How are you?
I'm fine. It's good to see you. Did what? You drank pito and drank beer.
Pito, drank beer, a little, you know, not to have a great experience.
And then you didn't have any combustion in your stomach?
No. Charlie, okay. My body be, yeah, Charlie, my stomach was, it did like they use concrete.
Yeah, and my husband
you know,
is
they
like
soak quick.
My husband is like that, but I'm the one with the tender one. So anything,
that's right.
Yeah.
Small time.
But yesterday was fun.
Small time, then you did.
Yeah, right. You know, yeah.
So what did you do yesterday?
Oh, I ate watch it with the crew, and I loved that. Spent time with Martha's son.
What
in
time
the morning after you decided to skedaddle.
Okay.
We had it.
Right.
Yeah. So I spent time with Jojo and Martha's son. He's so cute. I got him a Christmas present. So
yeah.
I'm super excited.
Martha is
about
one of our lead producers here.
Yeah.
So never mind the names that we tend to mention. Yeah.
But it was fun, and I spent the rest of the day sleeping with my kids. Yes, it was fun.
Yeah,
in bed, cuddled up.
Parents.
It was fun.
In the heat. Anyway, can we do myjoyonline.com?
Definitely, we're going to do myjoyonline.com. And our first story says 6 perish in accident involving VVIP and OA buses. Oh my God.
And for this one, we'll get to Ohiminteria, who's one of our lead correspondents in the Ashanti region.
So he can tell us.
He will give us heads up on the latest, whether the numbers have increased or not in that gory accident that was recorded.
This is awful.
The latter part of yesterday.
This is awful. Oh my God. Number 2, our second headline says, okay, so let's read the story briefly. I want to go there. It says, 6 perish in gory accident. It says 6 persons died Thursday morning in an accident involving a VVIP and OA commercial buses with registration numbers GT 608218 and GT 491314 respectively. The incident, which occurred on Odumasi Konongo Kumasi Road, also had several travelers sustaining various degrees of injuries. Isaac Amwako, Adom FM and TV presenter in Asante Achem recounted, confirming the accident. The Motor Transport and Traffic Directorate Police Commander in the area, DSP Stephen Yeboah, said the injured have been referred to the Konongo Government Hospital and Stewart Hospital in Yaokwai. Oh my God, this is. The pictures are just, oh my God. I'm sorry if you're not, you can't take this, but this is very unfortunate. But we need to be careful. Our drivers need to be careful. Oh my God.
And today.
And it was Christmas Day.
Yeah, and today we're talking about related alcohol incidents that lead to sometimes health complications. Of course, sometimes could lead to health complications related to accidents that have been had. It doesn't mean that this accident was caused by alcohol.
Yes,
that's not what we're saying.
Tell.
And we have an experienced health practitioner, has decades of practicing as a nurse,
and then we'll
behind public
That'd
health.
Be lovely.
And so we're having that great conversation.
That'd be good.
You know, some can't just take enough of alcohol. Some people, to have their bodies just soaking it in, they soak it in. Oh God!
No, I'm not good with it. I'm good with wine, yes, but that's the furthest I get.
Okay.
Just a bottle of wine.
So that's a problem we want to talk about.
I think we should discuss
and sometimes people pass out, their organs get shut down. And
I've lost a friend who did that before, years ago.
Yeah. And sometimes it's admirable when you have a friend who seems to be gulping down this huge bottle of spirit, and everybody's just giving you
good morning.
Oh yeah. But it's not good for
I know someone. Like, good morning to you this morning. How
Wherever
are you doing, my darling? Yes.
You're a bad girl. Okay, so please continue.
So we have Al Hassan and Danny wants to charge government urban transport system Let's see how that works out. Yeah, we need to. I was thinking, we were talking about the train. Yeah, change. Yeah, sorry, I beg your pardon, change. Kufuor praises Joy FM for showing responsibility, social sense. Okay, that's a good one for us. Mahama beats son to win musical chairs competition at children's party. That's something I would like to watch. Have your father beat you at a musical chair competition. The old man got skills. And to our 5th story, says our husband and daddy shares tips for entrepreneurs. That's something I'd like to relate on, and we could talk about that because I know you're an entrepreneur guru sitting next to me. Yes, that when it comes to that.
Nah, I'm not sure I'm a guru.
Oh,
I try and feel many times, but I know how success.
You know what? After this, let's do musical chairs. Let me see if you can beat me at it. Yeah, chairs.
In the studio?
Yes. Let's see. Yeah. So that we can see that you could beat me at it. I'm sure I have a few tricks up my sleeve. See, check him out. Oh my God.
Charlie, Mama know the trick.
Let's go, so.
He know the trick. Hey. That's good. Can we get some sound behind it?
Hey, go. Don't mind that move. Oh, go him.
Yeah, so he's gotten the first one, and I'm sure he went up to the last one with the sun.
But this is beautiful.
Me across my hands, I choke. Zanku, zanku, zanku.
Thank you, Auntie Nana Jane. Thank you. What a good spot.
Mastercraft on the beat. Oh yeah. Now. Oh tonight. Baby, please give me. I'm going crazy. Oh, let me be your maga. Your maga. I want to be your maga. Your lover. Baby, please give me. I'm going crazy.
Congratulations! What a beautiful.
I think having this party was good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
He let his father win.
I've never watched the video.
He let his father win, and I applaud him for that. You know, when you need something, you can use that against that. Daddy, you know I allowed you to win.
This one, like,
you know
we know, but that's good. Father and son.
That's beautiful.
It's great.
Yeah, during Christmas.
You have to bond well with your children. I guess.
Yeah,
it's good.
We'll talk about that later. So let's go to our 5th headline, or our 6th headline on myjoyline.com. It says, let us love ourselves more. That's coming from Sami Oku. And I believe the reason for this season is not only Christ, but the fact that we should love each other, because Christ loved us first. Be thankful for life. Reconcile with others. Duncan Williams. That's a good one. I'm reconciling with you. You're forgiven.
I've done nothing wrong to
For
you.
pouring water on me this morning.
Who did?
You did. Lawyer and Catholic priest in court for over forgery of will. Lawyer and Catholic priest in court over forgery of will. That would be a good story to read. And I think we should read the one with Duncan Williams. It says, be thankful for life, reconcile with others. Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams has urged Ghanaians to use the Christmas season to reconcile with people and touch the lives of others. Yes, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a good one. Yeah, it shouldn't be all about, making merry and sharing gifts, but also sharing with other people, not only with family, but others.
Sharing with other people, and it's always good. That
Very good. It gives you a fulfilling.
Many of the times we tend to be cocooned in our world, and we don't seem to think that
other people are going through something.
And you have to do that. You have to give to your community.
Yeah,
and
it's very important.
Many of the times we live in communities in which we just drive through, especially for those who have cars, and they just wave, and it's not good enough. What if you were, let's say, walking or driving and you collapse behind the steering?
Who's going to help you out?
Yeah. So you have to be good to your neighbors.
Very important.
And your neighbor is not only somebody who
lives next to you.
Yeah.
Could be somebody in traffic.
Exactly.
Smile at someone.
Yeah.
I like doing that. It's fun. So let's move on to graphic online. Roland.
Well, so on the main page, we have Accra Central deserted on Christmas Day, expected. As usual, heavy traffic peters out. Yeah. And then we also have the The year 2019 has been particularly difficult at Group Indom, and it was a Christmas message by Group Chief Executive for Group Indom, Dr. Papakwesi Indom, who was also a presidential candidate in the 2016 general elections or presidential elections for PPP.
Yeah.
3 die in Christmas Day morning accident, and
God.
they just seem to be happening left, right, center, if I can use that phrase. And Shatta Wale scores government performance some 15%, says masses are suffering.
Okay.
So what about opening?
So
masses are suffering, and it's not the first time he's been saying. He continuously.
He's
seems
been
to be
very
saying
vocal
this,
on that issue.
Yeah, you know. He says, and he says iconic reggae dancehall musician and producer Shatta Wale Charles Nee Ama Mensah Jr. says there is no way government could have scored some 72% in its delivery when there's suffering among the masses. Only 15% is what he credits the government with in evaluating government's performance, particularly in helping to grow the art industry, more so when he wakes up each morning with crowds at its doorstep seeking money for school fees, hospital bills, and other needs. Yeah, okay.
That's one.
Yeah. All right. So we have other stories as well. The president's Christmas message was there. It says depositors of failed banks to receive 100% payment. And that's according to the president, giving that assurance in his Christmas Day message. Now,
okay, so we move to City Newsroom online. We're doing Sami JP to refuse CID invitation following lawsuit. Road contractors give government up to New Year's Day to pay arrears. And government will soon publish investigations into banks' collapse. That's coming from the President Akufo-Addo. And this rockstar Kwame Eugene D2R, yes, but I'd like to read about road contractors give government up to New Year's Day to pay arrears. And, you know, like them, they would like to spend the Christmas with their families as well. It says road contractors have given the government an ultimatum to pay arrears owed them before 1st January 2020 or face their wrath. They have accused the government of not fulfilling their earlier promises to pay them. The contractors say all attempts to get the government to pay them the outstanding arrears have not been successful. Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry, Cherry Emmanuel, in an interview with City Business News, said the government must pay the arrears before January 2020. And he said, and I quote, "We are giving government up to the 1st of January 2020. If nothing is heard, we will take action. We have had a lot of meetings with government and promises have been made. We just want them to go by their words. If not, we will come out and expose them with the truth," he says. President Akufo-Addo in October this year directed the Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Ken Ofori-Atta, to release some 2.2 billion Ghana cedis to pay road contractors working on various roads in the country. That's a lot of money, yeah. Roads, talking about roads, my road, I live in Ogbujo. Yeah, road. So, look, congratulations on working on the Lekma Road. That was something inspiring. I love that. The fact that you guys went hard at it, going with our sister station, Joy FM. I'm really glad you guys did that. I followed
Adam
it through.
also did.
Adam, yes. But yeah, we are entertainment, but we helped you guys out. But I'm really grateful you guys did that. Yes, okay. Because talking
is
to an Uber. No, Uber is all the way in Legon, like, you know, all the way, like, heading towards Ashali Buche. But I spoke to an Uber driver friend of mine who was very grateful just 2 nights ago that one side of the road is being worked on and he's hoping that the other side gets fixed. That's good. Congratulations to you guys. And for Ogbojo, they need to come and fix the road. Oh my God.
Ogbojo roads.
Ogbojo, what has it done?
Get history.
It does. Some parts of it are okay, some parts of it are bumpy. Oh, and it goes, you know, my road goes all the way into Ashali Buche. And okay, these days, some parts are looking good. I won't lie. They're looking good.
Well, we have to say there have been promises made by the president that 2020 will be a year when investment is made in roads. So.
Yes, and some places are looking good. Some parts of School Junction, oh, it's looking beautiful. I won't lie. I took it in November, and I was happy. So these days, I try to go through that side. And I like it. Yes, I like it.
Let's see how it goes.
Hopefully things will get better. I'm
It
very
will get
hopeful.
better.
I'm very hopeful.
Yeah.
These days I try to keep
Which church do you attend?
I'm a Presbyterian.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I keep it hopeful.
Keep hope alive.
Yes. Okay, so health service workers call off planned strike. That would have been good. I want to read. Let's read that. That wouldn't be a good thing if they go on strike. The Health Service Workers Union has called off their planned strike over their conditions of service. The group declared a nationwide industrial action, which was to begin December 27, 2019, to compel the government to address their concerns of salary distortions, among others. However, after a meeting with the National Labour Commission and government, the Health Service Workers Union has resolved to continue to dialogue with stakeholders on the issue. A statement signed by its General Secretary Reynold Stenkrine urged the over 28,000 health workers across the country to remain calm and return to work. That's a good one. That means I'm calm, because during this time we need them a lot. With these road accidents, you never know, people are eating the wrong thing, having food poisoning. You need to go to the hospital, definitely. So I'm glad that they want to dialogue. Oosh, I need health workers.
We're having this conversation also that's related to how we need to be cautious, whether it's food, it's related to alcohol, related consumption of
Very
some
important.
edibles as well.
Very important.
They're very important.
I had to learn that the hard way.
Because the holiday, it's quite long.
I know you eat a lot of things. Sometimes you don't know what you ate.
And you even put on more. So you need to have some.
Why are you looking at me? Have I put
Oh,
on?
it's not about you. It's not about you.
Gotcha.
You put on more. So
Yeah.
So you need to make sure you have some regime, some
Yeah.
exercise regime for the new year.
Exercising during the new year. Oh God, I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to do that.
I'm not eating excessively.
Sir?
Yeah.
Yo, Mate. Well, so, but we also do know, according to World Health Organization, an estimated 180,000 deaths are recorded every year, and these are also caused by burns. Okay, so we're also going to have some discussions, because majority of them occur in low and middle income countries like ours, and these burns occur mainly in the home. So we're going to have the director for the National Reconstructive Plastic Surgery and Burn Center, the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, disclosing what the subject is, how in detail the related issue is. And the center records currently an upsurge in cases during the festive season. Okay, so to help reduce the number this year, he offered some preventive and safety tips for all of us.
Very important.
Once we go into Christmas season, there's going to be a lot of celebration. There's going to be a lot of cooking. There's going to be a lot of people are going to play fireworks and things like that. So we just have to be careful. Now, for the cooking, for example, if you take the home, for instance, the kitchen is the commonest place where burns occur, followed by the bathroom. If you take the usual compound house, for instance, you find that there is no designated cooking area. So people have taken some corner in the compound, and then they've made a fire and they are cooking, and the children are also running around all over the place. There has to be a clear demarcation about for cooking area and play area, so that children don't find themselves in a situation where they stumble and they fall into soup and things like that, or they collide with somebody who's carrying something hot, and then there's the causes burns. So that's very, very key. And then women should be careful, exercise caution when they are cooking. And then one of the key causes of burns now is also the use of gas. Okay, previously, if you go back, let's say about 2006, petroleum and gas accounted for just about 10-11% of our burns. Now it's accounting for about 36% of our burns, or our burn admissions, and 44% of the deaths from burns are from these sources. Now, when you're using gas is supposed to be used in a certain way. You're supposed to, where you even store the cylinder. Cylinders are not supposed to be stored inside. In other places they have piped gas. Here we use it. We put the gas in cylinders, and so these cylinders have got expiry dates. Okay, and these cylinders, they have valves which can become faulty, And so once you need to check the integrity of the valves. You need to check whether the cylinder is expired or not. Check the integrity of the valves. Positioning, you need to position them outside the hole or outside, where there's free circulation. Many people, the cylinder is sitting indoors, and any little amount of gas that escapes, it expands to 250 times the original size. So you can easily see that a small quantity of gas that leaks can easily fill a room. Okay, and so even just by putting on a light switch, there's a spark in it, it can cause an explosion, or even talking on a mobile phone, or lighting a match, or any of those things. So you need to be very, very extremely careful with gas. And then you have to switch on the match before you turn on the gas. Many people turn on the gas and then they forget. Maybe they get a call or somebody, they forget. Then the gas fills the room, and then the time they come back, they light it. So you need to be sensitive. If you come indoors and you smell gas, don't switch on anything. Just open the doors, windows, let the gas escape, and then check the whether you shut it off or not, things like that. There are times that the cylinders, the valves get faulty. Instead of people replacing them, they will find that they put a stone, on it, and trying to, do all sorts of things. Those things are very dangerous and can lead to loss of life. Okay, so we have to be careful with these gas. The tubes need to be replaced. Every year or two, you need to replace the tubes, because the tubes can get cracked and then leak. So all these are little things that, when we go and fill the gas cylinders, for instance, sometimes when the children are sent, then if it's an incline, then they roll the cylinder, then they see the cylinder rolling down the road, or kind of thing, and it damages the integrity of the cylinder in the process. Okay, so generally we need to be cautious about handling petroleum and gas products. Sometimes people are making a fire, then the fire is not it's not raging like how they want, so they want to increase the intensity of the fire, so they try to pour petroleum on it, and then they get caught in an explosion. So there are so many scenarios and then handling of hot water. For instance, you want to go and bath, okay, you prepare boiling water. Okay, now you find many people walking to the bathroom with the boiling water, whereas what you should do is that you dilute it where you prepare the water, so that when you are transporting, in case you stumble or it spills, what is spilled is water that's at the temperature that's okay for bathing, so it doesn't cause burns. So you can look at the electrical burns, for instance. Precaution about switching off and switching on gadgets, making sure gadgets are serviced. If the gadget is smoking, don't keep using it. Get it serviced. And then, people running wires in all sorts of places, and then the wiring in most homes need to be checked. People think that if you wire a house, then it's a permanent thing. It doesn't last forever. The insulation can get cracked, frayed. And so then the wires start coming into contact. So you need to check the wiring of your house every 10 to 15 years. You need to have it checked. And if they are frayed and things may need to be replaced. The thing is that if you start with the right quality of wiring and adhere to the right standards ab initio, then it doesn't become a huge issue. But even if you had the right quality, those products have a certain lifespan. So you need to make sure that they are replaced at the time that they need to be replaced. Of course, things like chemicals. We use chemicals around the house, soda, acid, and things. But some of these chemicals should actually be restricted items. But over in this country, the laws are a bit lax, so or they are not enforced the way they should. So people can easily get access to some of these. And of course, when people get a criminal intent, they can use it to harm others. Occasionally we see accidental injuries, but many times those chemical burns tend to be intentional. That's non-accidental, and so all these are some of the things that we can do to reduce. And then things like matches, for instance, lighters, we should keep them out of reach of children. And then don't store petroleum products in the house. You see, you go and buy petrol or fuel, and then you put it in a what do you call it, Sprite bottle, things like that, so or you keep it in the house. Even when we buy fuel, for instance, the gallon that is used to buy fuel, there's a specific containers that are used for petroleum products, and those tend to be metal containers that have a very tight sealing class at the top. But most of the time, you find people using the Kufuor gallon or the ordinary gallon to and once you can smell the the that means that it's leaking, and potentially it could cause an explosion. So I think that in this season of goodwill, and when we are celebrating the birth of Christ, and where this we are wishing each other well, I think in our festivities we need to exercise caution and always be aware that burns could happen to anybody at any time, at any place. So let's exercise caution in all the things that we do, and I'm sure we'll be able to reduce the incidence of burns. The best first aid for burns is just applying water. Just cool the burns. Yes, just cool the burns with water. Just wash the area that's burned with clean water. Just wash as much as possible. And then depending on the severity, you come to the hospital where those who are trained to take care of these burns would treat you. Because in many instances, if you're able to do the simple things well, many times, a lot of the common burns tend to heal well. But if you don't treat it properly, then it tends to leave you with lifelong scars and deformities, which now become a problem.
Well, that's good caution. I hope that you took your pens and the notes, and you took some notes as well. It's just caution that we all have to observe in the home.
Very important, yeah.
And it doesn't mean that it has to be only your spouse, particularly your wife, who has to have the eye for the kids around the kitchen area, etc. You also have to be, and if you see something is not in place, make sure you put it right.
Definitely.
You could see a screwdriver, or there's some pins on the ground, you put it.
Old nails,
Just make sure that you're a keeper in the home, the home area, because that's where we have many of the beds.
So now it's time to get you posted on some updates in sports. We'll be right back after the break.